What is going on? Justice here, favorite life coach, helping leaders like you figure out what's next, especially when they're asking the question, what now? Hey, today we're going to talk about the two types of pride. Yes, the two types of pride. Listen in. All right, did you know that there's two types of pride? Now, I've been talking with a lot of my clients and I'm seeing a consistent theme as usual, and it is pride. And there are two types of pride. The first one is easy, all right? It is a pride which is, I'm proud of the work that I've done. This is one of those things that's really important and that I really want a lot of my entrepreneurs and leaders, people like you, to have. You should be proud of your work. You should be proud of what you have accomplished. Now, one of the reasons why not a lot of my clients, but a lot of people struggle with this form of pride is because of false humility. They think that if they're proud or they talk about what they've accomplished or any of that kind of stuff, it's going to attract negative attention. It's going to seem like they're being cocky. It's going to make it seem like they're big-headed instead of them going, man, this is something awesome I've accomplished. I'm really proud of what I've done, what our team's done. And so I'm going to share it with people. And you'd be surprised that when you share your accomplishments with others, you tend to attract accomplished people. Now, will it attract people that are out for their own good? Yes, but I kind of trust your discernment on that. I kind of trust that you know what a good person is and what a bad person is, and so I don't need to coach you around that. But is your fear of being perceived a certain way? I was recently listening to Russell Brunson in one of his expert books, and he talked about status. He talked about this story about him talking to his wife about a Lamborghini, and she was like, I would never buy a Lamborghini. And it was like, why? And it wasn't that she wouldn't want a Lamborghini, but it was the status amongst her friends. She wouldn't want to be known as someone that drives a Lamborghini because of the status or how it is perceived, that you care about all about you and all of that kind of stuff. It's that same reason that a lot of people that I know, a lot of leaders and entrepreneurs don't actually talk about the successes of their business. And as a result, they're really not proud of it because they're hiding it. It's like if your kid went out and scored 2 goals, wouldn't you share it? Of course, because you're proud of it. Would that mean that you're being cocky or big-headed? No. So why do we act that way with ourselves? We should want to let people know how well we're doing. We should want to let people know that we are having success. It doesn't mean it says a lot about you, but it does say, hey, I get results. And I want to attract people into my life that want to get great results. And that's why I think a lot of people struggle with recruiting, is because they don't show that they're proud of what their business and what they've done. And so as a result, it's hard to find people that want to work with you because they don't know. It's hard to find community because they don't know you exist. They don't know that you're doing these great things. They don't know to reach out to you. And so a lot of leaders end up lonely and kind of not proud of what they do, or proud of what they do, but afraid to share it. Okay, so that's the first pride. The second pride is ego. But for most of the people, like the people watching this that own a business or are leaders in their business, it's not what you think. A lot of times we see that guy, that flashy guy that's going around and talking about how cool they are, and they got like 3 girls with them and they're doing all this stuff and it's all about them. Most people don't struggle with pride that way because most people don't have all those things. And so that's not what they struggle with. But that's what we think when we think of that pride, that second kind of pride. But most of the time, the pride that I see shows up in people not being able to receive feedback, or they receive feedback and they're not able to just take action on it. Why? Because of this little line that I hear. And they don't even say it out loud. It's this line that says, I know better. Or, that doesn't really apply to me. That is pride. And when I coach people, I can tell when I say, hey, I'm noticing that you might be struggling with this, and I think it's holding you back from success in these areas. And they kind of gloss over. And they go, oh, okay, yeah, I'll think about that. I don't know, I don't really think it's me. And then they'll have another coach or expert share the same thing. And they're like, I don't know. And then I'll ask the question, hey, if these people that you trust that have gotten the results in their life that you want to see in your life are giving you this feedback, What makes you think they're wrong? Why are you not taking action on it? And it always comes back to their ego and their pride. Now, these are people that you would talk to and you never get that sense. You'd never see it. You'd never think of it unless you got really close, because they're not bad people. They're great people. They're the people that you see every day. They're the lender that works down the street, the personal banker, this hairstylist. But all of them are stuck at this financial or relational gap, this place where they're going, I can't quite make it to the next level. And when it simply comes down to pride, it is hard to receive that it could be just pride, because they know better. No, that can't be it. It's got to be something else. I'm not prideful. And it's a hard pill to swallow. But here's something that I've noticed that maybe you'll find kind of interesting. The people that I've noticed receive feedback the best when they know it's true are often people that are really successful. It's the really successful people that I've noticed that when I give them feedback, they're like, you're right. I see it. I know. All right, I'm going to change. And I just have to come back to this idea that maybe it is that ability to receive feedback that has actually gotten them to the success that they wanted to go to. It is their ability to say, I'm not perfect. I don't have it all figured out. That's why I'm working with you as a coach, or that's why I'm in this mastermind group. And that's why I actually am working so hard. And so, yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe I need to work on this. And so let me encourage you, let me ask you this as a coach, let me ask you this question. Is there a place in your life that you know you need to change, but you're not because you think you know better or that there's another way? I have these issues. I struggle with pride, the good pride and the bad pride. And it's something that once you change and you really commit to change, it'll change your life. So I hope this is encouraging. I really want you to take this and run with it, because there's two types of pride. The first pride's good, the second one's bad. And so decide to do more of the good and less of the bad. I know, it's simple. Okay, I'm done talking. I love you, and I want to see you do great and amazing things. Go have an amazing flipping day. Let's go.